History is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, I hope everyone can enjoy.
Causing the storms Thursday. Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling her.
This is the first time in a long they had 11. Send us some of your pictures.
Isn't it good to work for a place that has a sense of history? And indeed it is.
See, taking the president from Spring to College Station phones.
If you have something you'd like Channel 2 Investigates to check out, call the tip line at 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@click2houston.com. Live from KPRC, this is Channel 2 News at 6.
All eyes on Texas this Super Tuesday, and local voters are turning out in huge numbers. In Harris County alone, more than 170,000 people have voted so far, some waiting for hours.
The polls will be open just one more hour for this Super Tuesday Texas primary. What happens in Texas tonight is going to have a big impact on the race for the White House going forward.
This day could determine the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party. Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden ahead of the pack. Elizabeth Warren and Mike Bloomberg hoping to win enough Texas delegates to keep their campaigns energized. Channel 2's Sion Rhodes leading off our Super Tuesday coverage. She's live in East Houston. Sion?
And the battle for Texas definitely going to be fought between Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden. We're here at Sanders headquarters on the east side of Houston, where the Sanders campaign is hoping they come away with the big win, but they're not taking it for granted. All day long, we've seen volunteers streaming in and out, gathering campaign materials to hit the streets, knock on as many doors, talk to as many people as they can to get last-minute votes before those polls close. They're definitely counting on turnout from young voters, from black and brown voters as well, people they say often feel marginalized, but who they say Bernie Sanders has managed to reach out to and connect with. I also talked to a supporter about the idea that many people may be turned off by Bernie Sanders' self-declaration as a democratic socialist. Here's what she had to say about that.
The policies really aren't extreme. I think Bernie can beat Trump. I think there's a lot of unrest in the nation. His platform really can help a lot of people who are not feeling the help at the moment. I feel like there's a real need for change.
And so what a lot of political experts will be watching for tonight, really the eyes of the nation on Harris County to see how Bernie Sanders does, particularly in the suburbs of Houston, whether he can cross over and reach out to the more moderate and conservative Democrats who are in this area. Reporting live, Sion Rhodes, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
We will certainly be watching. Thanks a lot, Sion. You know, there have been long lines and long wait times for people voting on the Democratic side. Speaking of, Sky 2 live over the Fiesta Supermarket on Old Spanish Trail near Kirby Drive. You see it here, a line wrapped around the side of the building there.
And here's one more. Earlier this afternoon, Sky 2 was over the polling location at Poe Elementary near the Southwest Freeway and Shepherd Drive. People could be seen lined up out of that building and down the street.
And here's what the polling place on West Gray looked like today. This is at the Metropolitan Multi-Services Center. We did ask the Harris County Clerk's Office about the long wait times. They said the voting locations and the number of voting machines was a decision made by both parties.
A lot of eyes on this Texas primary tonight. The congressional seat in District 20 2022, which includes most of Fort Bend County. 15 candidates in the Republican primary, 4 candidates in the Democratic primary.
All of them are hoping to ultimately fill the seat that'll be left vacant by Congressman Pete Olson. Channel 2's Keith Garvin live in Sugar Land talking to voters. Keith?
Jonathan, Dominique, this was a race that was expected to draw a lot of voters from both parties. They were expecting to see a lot of people file through today, and we have seen that happen. We've seen that happen here at this polling place in Sugar Land and throughout Fort Bend County. Now, voters have been coming in these lines since the polling location here opened at 7 a.m. At stake in the Congressional District 22 races, who will end up vying for the chance in November to replace Congressman Pete Olson? Not much trouble reported here for voters, no line problems, no voting machine problems, but there has been a bit of excitement.
We're at a point in our country right now where we can't sit at home and not make our voices heard.
It was exciting. There were some arguments in line. One gentleman wanted to vote for both parties and that didn't work.
This is the best way for citizens to use our power to make the government look like we want it to.
And in that District 22 race, both the Democratic primary and Republican primary likely will produce a runoff in May to determine which candidates will actually face off for that seat in November. Reporting live from Sugar Land, Keith Garvin, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Keith. Our Super Tuesday Texas primary coverage includes a phone bank. KPRC has teamed up with Telemundo Houston and the League of Women Voters to help answer your voting questions. The numbers to call are on your screen. Volunteers are answering calls in both English and Spanish until 7 o'clock tonight.
And be sure to stay with Channel 2 for Election Day coverage. Dominique and I will bring you local results throughout the entire evening. In addition, our Cambro Marshal will host a click2houston.com webcast. That'll be started at 7:30. And then, of course, full coverage coming up tonight at 10.
And now to the complete devastation in Tennessee. Just in tonight, the death toll from that tornado outbreak overnight now stands at 25.
Horrifying. Search and rescue teams at this hour still working to find many others who are missing. The damage there extensive. We sent our Roseanne Aragon to cover this tragic weather event. She's live tonight in East Nashville with more. Roseanne?
That's right. We walked the areas that were hardest hit, and there is no doubt businesses, homes ripped to shreds. Normalcy is not here tonight. You can see behind me there's debris right there. That telephone pole hangs by just a thread, and these signs are haunting reminders of a weather event that no doubt changed lives. A deadly force of Mother Nature strikes in the darkness, ripping away homes and taking at least 25 lives here in Nashville and its surrounding counties. The majority of those lives were lost in Putnam County, 80 miles east.
I encourage all of you to pray for the families across our state that are facing tragedy.
At the break of dawn, the feeling of loss realized as loved ones looked for the missing and others faced reality.
It's literally just demolished, half the building.
In East Nashville is where we met Son Tran. His family will start over.
The walls and all the glass was shattered. And, basically, I think this is just complete total.
But with the splintered wood, rubble, and broken buildings stood the unbreakable.
We're just trying to help, clean up as much as we can.
Belief in Nashville, belief in humanity.
It's really encouraging just to see so many people here with brooms and gloves and trash bags.
And we definitely saw that all day. The sun is starting to set here, but that ray of light is that hope in humanity. You could see all of these people here, much like we did in Houston after Hurricane Harvey, are all about coming together and overcoming whatever comes here. Reporting live from East Nashville, Roseanne Aragon, KPRC. Channel 2 News.
We're praying for them. Thank you, Roseanne. Now to the storms in our forecast, though not expected to be as severe as what we saw in Tennessee.
No, Frank is tracking it right now. He's got a timeline for us, Frank.
Yep, it's tomorrow. I'll tell you that right now. You can see there's that storm winding up around El Paso. It's going to make a beeline right across Texas and on into the southeast. So let me give you the futurecast here. It initializes all of this really well. We always look for that. It's going to continue to really spread out. You'll notice how it just strings along through Texas into the southeast. And so a number number of showers and thunderstorms moving through, but sort of spreading the wealth, as it were. Is going to continue to push into the southeast. And by the time we get to 6 o'clock tomorrow, a lot of this has left the area. We're left with just some scattered light rains for the evening hours. So a lot of the heavier rain as we go into Thursday morning ends up in Georgia and down through Florida. In fact, it's that area in the yellow that has the better chance for severe weather at about 15 to 25% chances. We're still in the 5 to 10% chance, but it is there. Gusts to 40 and 50, Pete, or quarter-size hail. Tornadoes not likely, but certainly watching for that. 1 to 2 inches of rain. I'll have an update on that coming up. The low threat for any flooding is there, so we'll always watch those feeder roads, but we should be in pretty good shape. We've had just a scattered shower today, so if you're headed to the rodeo, you should be in pretty good shape, but I think the fog is going to be an issue once again. I'll have more straight ahead. Jonathan?
All right, we'll see you soon, Frank. Thank you, sir. Now to day one of Rodeo Houston. People have been enjoying the carnival and many other activities at NRG Park all day long.
And next comes night one and the first concert. Let's go to our Christine Noel and Derek Shore live at NRG. Hey guys, you're looking good.
Oh, y'all, happy first day of rodeo. So excited out here. Yeah, we are 30 minutes away from the start of showtime. That's when the talented cowboys and cowgirls in the rodeo world will be hitting the dirt inside NRG Stadium.
But as Houstonians probably know well, Christine, even before the evening events inside the stadium, there's plenty of fun to be had right here in NRG Park, including some incredible new attractions this year, like Extreme Dogs. It's a dog show featuring rescue dogs, and they do all kinds of high-flying tricks.
Yeah, agility, high jump, it's really something to be seen.
And earlier today, Christine and I had a chance to watch some pig races, the mutton bustin', and of course, we tried a bunch of carnival foods.
We certainly did. And the rodeo competitions get underway at 6:45 tonight, and of course, that will be followed by a concert on the revolving stage. Midland making its Rodeo Houston debut. The trio hails from Dripping Springs, Texas, and has been heating up the country music charts with singles like Drinking Problem, I love that one, and Mr. Lonely.
And in the meantime, out here, folks, we've got a lot of work to do ahead of us, Jonathan and Dominique.
So much goodness. This is the Poppin' Rodeo Cherry Coke. Look at this. I don't even know what goodness is in this, but it's amazing.
Who knew you could use licorice as a straw? Plenty of fried foods, a lot of new menu items this year. Bring the whole family on out tonight. It was a perfect first day here in terms of the weather. It feels great out here. And I think it's safe to say that for many Houstonians and people who come from all over to experience the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, this is some of the most fun 3 weeks of the year.
Oh, without a doubt. And day one is off to a great start. And for the next couple of weeks, it's going to be nothing but fun out here. Nothing but food, tradition, and the new exhibits, too.
Sounds good to me. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Underneath that fried layer is some real food, I'm convinced.
Yeah, some protein for sure.
Some Pop-Tarts, some Oreos.
And I mean Fritos. You got to move away the Fritos.
The hot fries or what? Oh my gosh.
Or Cheetos. I don't know. Cheetos,
Something
Fritos.
like that. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. Thanks
Good
a lot.
job, guys. Good job.
Well done. It's going to be a fun 3 weeks. We have helpful links to the rodeo on our website, the concert lineup, even an interactive map showing you all of the activities across NRG Park. You can find it all on click2houston.com/rodeo.
And still ahead tonight, traveling during the coronavirus crisis. Should you take that trip? Well, that's a question a lot of people are asking tonight, especially ahead of spring break.
Over 3 weeks away from the Astros new season, and today a big first step for Astros ace Justin Verlander. We'll show you his top highlights from Jupiter against the Cardinals ahead in sports.
But first, as we head to break, another live look at our Super Tuesday phone bank. Volunteers will be taking your calls, answering your questions until 7 o'clock tonight. Stay with us.
You're watching Channel 2, Houston's home for news.
The coronavirus crisis hitting at the worst time for travelers. Spring break starting soon, and that has many families reconsidering their plans.
A lot of people have trips planned, and now they're asking themselves and health officials, should they go? Our Sally Mamdou live with that story tonight in West Houston. Sally?
Outside Passport Health, it's a place where a lot of people come to get vaccines for countries they're going to. The vaccines obviously are specifically tailored for that country you're traveling. Obviously, as we know, there are no vaccines for COVID-19 as of yet. So that's causing a lot of fears, and it's causing many of the people to cancel their appointments here at Passport Health. However, we talked to one traveling agency who told us that's not really impacting any of the people there booking their trips.
They review all the different vaccine needs.
Nurse manager Ann Sigelski works at the Passport Health Clinic that provides immunizations for those traveling outside the country. She says concerns over COVID-19 are causing their clients to have second thoughts about traveling.
Our travelers that were scheduled previously for China, other areas of Asia, have canceled those appointments.
Schools like Rice University have just suspended all university-sponsored international spring break trips, as well as student and faculty international travel until the CDC travel restrictions have been lifted.
We haven't seen a deterrence of people not traveling.
Cindy Chambers with Beyond Group Traveling Agency says despite fears of the unknown when it comes to the virus, it's business as usual at her agency.
What's really interesting is people are still talking to us about third and fourth quarter travel. People still want to go.
Her agency relies on information from the World Health Organization and the CDC and often discusses options with clients traveling soon.
Right now dealing with travelers who are going March and April primarily, you know, to really figure out what's best for them going forward.
And again, when booking a trip, it's best to keep in mind that you have to probably book and buy insurance along with that as well. One of these traveling agencies advisors tell us that it's best to always have a backup plan or a plan B when traveling outside the country during a time like this. We're live in West Houston. Sally Memdu, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Sally. And one more note about the coronavirus. We do know that there are concerns about the rodeo. As we first told you here last night at 6 o'clock, the rodeo is taking precautions. They have set up extra hand washing stations and hand sanitizing stations throughout the grounds. Rodeo organizers are also asking if you're not feeling well, please stay at home. They're asking their volunteers to do the same.
All right, something else you'll need if you're heading out to the rodeo tomorrow, an umbrella.
Yes.
Keep it handy.
I think so. Hopefully we'll get the heavy stuff out of here by the time we get to the evening. Willie Nelson's playing tomorrow night.
That's a big deal.
Rain boots instead of cowboy boots, Frank.
I know.
As well.
Okay, take a look at this guy from the parade.
Oh, look at his little guitar.
Everything.
And a little gun in the back as well.
He's ready to go. All right. Super adorable. So thanks for that. It's 84 this afternoon. 86 is the record, so 2 degrees away from that. 80 at Hobby, 74 in Galveston, 75 right now. It's nice and warm. It's going to be a warm evening and a warm overnight. I doubt we'll see much below 68 as far as that's concerned. There's Galveston right now, and you can see no real fog issues as we speak. 70, the dew point 67, humidity's way up. So I think the fog, especially as we go over the next several hours, is going to start to peel in there. So watch out. Anahuac, Dayton, Galveston, all below 10 miles. Everybody else is in pretty good shape. So lots of mid-70s. If you're headed out to the rodeo this evening, you're in nice shape. It's warm and it's just cloudy. I don't have any real rain out there. Winds are out of the southeast, 12, 15 miles an hour. We've seen a few spotty quick showers to our north today, but that's been about it. It's really all about this system. I want to zoom in here for you as we go through this, because as it moves in, simply because we have a lot of cloud cover today, that may be one of our saving graces as far as any big severe weather outbreak. You can see there's the front at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, right through the Austin area, down through San Antonio, and up to the north is where we're finding some of the heavier showers. So as we continue into the morning hours and the afternoon, there's noon showers and thunderstorms, especially north of I-10. So there's I-10 right there, and there's the front actually cutting through right along. So as it moves through, we'll see it move down past the coast by 3. And so this is the afternoon. I'm not ruling out some pretty good storms with this, but it's widely scattered. It doesn't look like a real organized cluster of storms coming in, which is always good. What you see here are lighter showers. It's cooler at 11 o'clock on Wednesday as those move on through behind this. That would be any wraparound showers that we get. Thursday morning, it's all out of here. So as far as rain amounts, not terribly impressed. You can see the rain through Thursday, maybe ½ an inch to an inch of rain specifically. There's a look at maybe 1.3 at Bush, 7/10 at Conroe, ½ an inch at Cleveland, an inch in Dayton. So north of I-10, I'd look for an inch of rain. South of I-10, ½ an inch, ¼ inch amount. So much less as far as that's concerned. And then farther south, we're only at about 1/10 of an inch of rain. And then we go into a really nice weekend. So here's a look at the forecast. 80% chance for those showers tomorrow, 68 on Thursday. Look at the numbers, 70 on Friday, 72 on Saturday, and 74 on Sunday. So this is a really nice stretch Thursday through Sunday for the rodeo and whatever you have planned. Sabercats, Roughnecks, we spring forward 1 hour on Sunday morning. And then Monday, Tuesday, we get back to a 40 and 70% chance of rain with some quiet days the next Wednesday and Thursday. So enjoy that. Once we get to it, we'll get you through tomorrow. I think fog overnight tonight. If nothing else, this front will clear that out as we head toward the weekend.
Along with the pollen, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah, that'd be real good. Randy joining us now. Boy, Astros just a few weeks away from the new season.
Yeah, we're getting close for the month of March. They're going to start a little early, Thursday, March 26th. Mark it down there at Minute Maid Park. It's the Angels. Work continues out in Florida. First start today for Justin Verlander. How he fared against the Cardinals. We'll talk about that. Plus, a night to remember for this young man at Jackson State University last night. I'll explain why next. All right, welcome into the Xfinity Sports Desk tonight. We start with the Astros. If you're counting, 23 days out now from opening day. Justin Verlander made his first spring start today out in Florida. JV on the mound in Jupiter as the Astros took on the Cardinals today. Wound up going 2 2/3 innings. He walked one, allowed 3 hits. Astros ace also struck out 3 Cardinals hitters in the debut as he inches closer to that opening day start. He gave up 1 home run in the outing today. Astros fell to the Cardinals by a final of 6-3. All right, Kelvin Sampson and the UH Cougars are headed to UConn, a road game coming up Thursday. Huskies have won 3 straight games. Sampson feeling pretty good about his 22-7 ball club and especially the development of his star freshman players.
They have to fail. You know, and if you coach long enough, you get your kids to understand, don't be afraid of it. It's changed this 29 games. You know, being able to experience something over and over and over.
22nd chance. All right, Tab Ramos and the Houston Dynamo back on the practice pitch today. The guys fresh off that 1-1 draw season opener against the LA Galaxy on Saturday in front of a great crowd, by the way. Now they have to show up on the road, a trip to Sporting KC Saturday.
I mean, it's good to always get your first game under your belt, and so we can focus on just getting better, improving, and you know, becoming a really a team that really knows its purpose.
All right, last stop tonight, guys. Very cool story. Jackson State student managers suited up for last night's ball game. They took on Arkansas Pine Bluff. I can tell you, he'd never played in a college game before. I mean, this was a dream come true for this guy. 2 minutes left. His name is Thomas. Nickname is Snacks Lee. That's right. Snacks checks in. Look what he did on the first JSU possession. Ranks a deep 3-pointer. Are you kidding me?
Nothing but
too smooth, too cool for Thomas Snacks Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the big man on campus.
Holy moly.
Jackson State. But I mean, what a dream. He'd never done it before. Hit that shot. How about that?
Nothing but
Way back.
Yeah. Wow.
Yay.
Nice. Bring him back for more.
More snacks.
On Old Katy Road in Houston.
If you're headed to the rodeo, Midland is the rodeo headliner tonight. 75 is what we have right now. 73 at 8, 70 at 10. All in all, maybe a sprinkle. I think just cloudy skies and mild temperatures, Dominique.
Okay, Frank, all works. And by the way, we're still seeing some long lines at polling places on this Super Tuesday. Here's a live look for you at the Metropolitan Multi-Service Center on West Gray. We're told that some people have been waiting an hour and a half just to vote.
And our Super Tuesday phone bank will be open another half hour. We are proud to team up with Telemundo Houston and the League of Women Voters to help with your voting questions. At 6 o'clock this morning, they've been manning those phones. Already over 1,000 phone calls. Volunteers manning the phone lines until 7 o'clock tonight.
And they're getting all those selfies, too.
As well.
Kim Burrell, by the way, has a special coming up on click2houston.com. In the meantime, that's coming up at 7:30. And then that's going to wrap it up for us here on Channel 2 News at 6. After a quick break, we will go to NBC News for its Super Tuesday coverage.